All right, you are live. Sorry for my tardiness there, everyone. I had to take care of some business, but here I am on Friday. So there you go, the notification. Welcome to the Troy Graham Experience, Daddy's Lounge, episode number 44. Can you believe it? Number 44. Mm-mm-mm. Time flies. That's one thing. I need to shave. See, I wasn't okay. Full disclosure, I was gonna take the day off, just break the streak. I said, man, I'm tired. I've been up since 3:30. No, 3:30. And I had to go somewhere, be somewhere by 6. My ride comes at 4 to take me someplace that's only 20 minutes away. So that's how I started my day. But all in all, I woke up this morning and I felt great. So that's always a blessing. So again, let me say welcome to the Troy Graham Experience, Daddy's Lounge number 44. That's 44 episodes straight, no break, no stunt double, no second takes. It's just me and the Almighty riding together. I'm riding shotgun. He got the wheel. Trust me, I know how that feel because I'm for real. But yeah, sir, we're here today, and you saw the title. Are our children safe? No, even if they comply, our children still get traumatized and can die. How do we keep our children straight? And that's to continue what I spoke about on Wednesday with the young brother William McNeely Jr. Never forget his name. William McNeely Jr. Now, if the brother jumps on here, I said I was going to do some Trump talk today, but if he jumps on, I can still do it. But right now, I was thinking about that. Was thinking about that, about the trauma that, that we go through with these dealing with police and stuff. Excuse me, because the police officer, the chief of police in Jacksonville. Why are you surprised? Some people put on the uniform, but the uniform. Some people wear the uniform, and other people they become the uniform. That's a perfect example of what happened. That man in Jacksonville, call him a Sambo, call him whatever you want. Don't call him Uncle Tom because Uncle Tom was a hero. But call that man whatever you want. He doesn't wear the uniform. He is the uniform. So that's why he said what he did. I guarantee you if that was his child, he'd be saying something different. But it's not. I guarantee if that was a white child, he'd be eating the ass out of them damn officers, especially the black ones. The black one would be fired and be charges be brought up on him. But now, well, here we sit with another young, traumatized young man, African American young man, and he's a good mall. That no matter how many times, even if they show it, they showed an extended version of the video. I'm not even gonna give them any play. The two mega twins, the freaking frack. I don't know their names. Now we'll go to my grave not knowing them. But anyway, so his door was open when he stopped, when the cops stopped him. Then I think they asked him to step out and they closed the door. Right. And he put the window, well, the window was up. So he closed the door. And then he started asking questions as to why you're stopping me. Because in all honesty, he's a young African American man and he felt afraid. I mean, it's hard to voice those feelings to police because you don't know what's going to happen after you say that. They might get upset and beat you up. Oh, that happened anyway. So he slammed his door or closed his door, right? And then they punched out the. And after he asked two questions, he said, "Can you show me that law?" So here's the thing. They pulled him over for not having on his lights because they said it was raining. It wasn't raining, but they pulled up and not near one of them had their lights on. So then in he once he wins in civil court, Him, his daddy, and his uncle, and one of his cousins should pull each of those cops out their car and whoop their ass. And they should get full immunity for doing it too. Payback's a bitch. That's justice right there. Pay that man for his trauma. And then he says, well, Judge, they got off scot free. What can I do? And say, hey, we'll allow you to take a real police officer and pull them over, and we'll allow you to get 5 minutes to whoop their ass. Whoop it. You, your uncle, and your cousin get to beat on that boy, knock his tooth out, bang his head up against the concrete, traumatize his ass in front of his family. Mm-hmm. But Troy, you weren't saying that the other day. I'm not. I know. I was watering it down. Yesterday I was looking at the bigger scale. Today, just in the small frame of things. Notice I said he goes to the judge and gets the authority. I didn't say go out there and do it on your own. So I am saying the same thing, just with a little bit more violence. Because look, how many of you want to get that call? Oh yeah, your son resisted arrest, but he was handcuffed and now he's dead. And when you go into jail, then you have to sit through the media making him out to be a criminal. Oh, he had a knife in the car. Notice they didn't say on him. Oh, he had a marijuana charge. So a knife that was in the car, which was not on his person, a marijuana charge from whatever in whenever he was younger, and the fact that he asked you two questions that justifies the beating you gave him when he was handcuffed and the trauma that he's suffering. Hmm? That justifies William McNeely Jr.'s pain. That justifies most of us because we're spiritual people. We're empaths, a lot of us, and we internalize that pain and make it our own. So now we got to deal with it all over again. I rattled off names the other day. Amadou Diallo, that was one. Tamir Rice, I'll never forget that one. Never, right? And this is so many more we could think of. We can go back as far as Emmett Till, right? You live with these things, and it's not good because we always living from pain. That's why we celebrate where one of us does something real good, like become president, you know, or one of us goes on to own a basketball team or something. If Nas comes through with this casino, it'll be great. Like we celebrate people like Michael Jackson, of course, Magic Johnson, and then there's those amongst us who become great doctors or pilots or colonels in the army. We celebrate them. We have to because it helps us get over the pain. But for every one of them, it's 1,000 more that's being traumatized, and we carry that. We carry it, and that's the bad thing. That's why I'm asking the question. I was thinking about my children, because even if you comply, you can still get traumatized and die. And it's so many. Slow down, slow down, slow down, slow down, slow down, slow down. I'm thinking about death in different levels. Of course, the final death where you ascend or wherever you go, or it's the silent death where you just die on the inside and you grow old and bitter and you fade away to dust because somebody broke they did more than break your heart. They broke your soul and took your happiness. That's why I need. That's why I'm glad I have my own podcast. I can come on here and speak about these things. Because I mean, other people have discussions. They'll go all over the place, and people start arguing. I don't want to argue. I want to have discussion. I'd rather have a discussion than an argument because it's no. Excuse me. There's no healing in just a bunch of voices talking all loud and not doing nothing. Because anything I speak, I want to get involved with and do. Yeah, I'm drinking water. I need to keep my behind awake. But at the same time, I couldn't get when I watched the video. I watched it the extended version too, and the wrong thing. It just attached itself to my soul, and it wasn't a good thing because for each time I saw it, I replaced each of my children in that situation, and it was bad. Yeah, I'm drinking water. Water keeps me. I get dehydrated sometimes. I'm talking as much as I'm going to talk, but then when you drink the water, you have to go to the bathroom. So it's like you doing the pendulum thing, boom, boom, boom. So but yeah, I thought about that because I really was going to do a political show today, but I could always do that tomorrow. But I want to do the boxing show tomorrow. But political talk, you could talk anytime. It's not going nowhere. The foolishness is a foolishness, and it's not going anywhere. By the way, sorry for chewing while I'm on the air. Apologize. Let me get this out of my way. Yeah, it's just annoying seeing that, but apologize for chewing while I'm on the air. I get wrapped up in these situations sometimes with this because we all suffer from trauma. We all deal with trauma differently. So yeah, we all deal with it differently. So I just can't get over the young man's eyes, especially when he came up to the mic. His name is William McNeely Jr. William McNeely Jr. So I couldn't get over his eyes because it's like he wanted to explode and say so much, but he was afraid. They took something from him that day, and just like some they didn't take his life, but they took a part of his soul. They took that part of him that may or may not have made him special. So now he has to fight to get that back. And that's one of the true traumas. That's the part one of the trauma. The other trauma is just feeling like the walls may be closing in and people don't understand and things of that nature and this nature and so forth and so on. But yeah, that's the bad part. I mean, because I seriously had two choices today. My whole time I said, I'm gonna do a cooking show today. It still would have been part of Daddy's Lounge, but I decided not to do a cooking show. But by the way, I cooked curry chicken. And since I had rice the last 2 days, I didn't make any rice. I cooked some red potatoes and some corn. One pot cooking tonight. One pot of cooking. You know, turned out pretty good, if I do say so myself. But how do we deal with all this trauma? How you deal with it? And I want to be all excited and talk about something else. But the healing has to start somewhere, and this is my outlet for it. I'm gonna I'm sure he's being reached out to by a lot of people, but I can still do my due diligence and see maybe if I could get him on, even if for a quick pop up. That's William McNeely Jr. I would love to talk to him and his parents. Love to put him on with my son. My son is 2 years younger than him. Hmm. That would be a good conversation. That would be a fantastic conversation. I'd love to do that. You know, Matter of fact, hold on. Things you shouldn't do while you on air is call family members, but I got a nephew that's close in age to him. I want to see what his thoughts are. Wow. you know. So just, forgive me for breaking all the podcasting rules, but you know, somebody got to let it be me. Let it be me. Hold on, y'all. If I put you on mute, don't feel no way. Okay, it's ringing, but no one's answering. Let me try the second number. Held is not in service. Well, that's not nice. That's not good at all. We try the third number. The subscriber you have done. It's crazy. That's my nephew. Him and his mystery phones. Hold on, y'all. There he is. Sorry about that, y'all. Sorry about that. But that's my nephew. So he said he'd come on. I just got to send him the link. So I'm going to send him the link and see if he keep his word, right? Right? But yeah, see, yeah, see. Mercy be cool. It's just, I'm wondering all these years, when did I ever deal with trauma? When did I ever deal with it? I never did. That's the problem. I never did. That's probably why this hits like that. Yeah, I'm looking for. That's probably exactly what it is. Why I want to discuss the situation so much. Now I don't remember the number I called. The boy got three numbers, but we'll see if he comes on or not. Which number did I get through? Okay, so I sent it to the right number. I'm guessing, but yeah, I just can't get over his eyes. Someone that young, his eyes are supposed to be full of life and just want to go and explore the world. He's supposed to feel invincible, not vulnerable, not always thinking when's the next shoe gonna fall or looking at the world like the glass half empty. You know, you're not supposed to be that way. But that's what's going on. That is what's going on right now. And that's not good. That is not good, man. Sure. I'm gonna call my own son now. See that fool answer the phone. So I'll be good if he answers, because I know he'll come on. I get both of them on here. One's the father, one isn't. I'll let you figure out who's the father. But yeah, because both of them have a younger, a closer in age to him, so I want to get their feelings on it. What? I don't know what's going on. It says I could contact him by WhatsApp. I don't want to contact him by WhatsApp.
Please leave your message for 667450042.
Yeah, I hope y'all didn't hear that whole number. But if you did, you did. Maybe next time I'll do a cooking show. Bring talk about something else. See, this is what happens when you just go off of emotion and you don't prepare. So let me speak the truth. I usually prepare. I really do. I'm a real stickler for that. I have my own system of doing things, and I give myself 24 hours, 4 hours at the least, because it don't take me that long to do the art. So 4 hours out, I can come up with something. I could study it a little bit, pray, be silent, and I just be silent and meditate. And whatever doors or windows I need to open in my soul, I open them, and then I get the information I need, and then boom, I run with it. But this you can't really prepare for trauma. And then I'm not a method actor or a method podcaster. I'm not one of them. Some people just really get into it. And I'm a guy that's usually very prepared to just do it, especially when I have to go back and forth. Very prepared. Even if someone just jumps on, boom, right now, I can be very prepared. But for once today, I'm not prepared for the long haul, as they say, you know? That's just not like me. That's because I keep switching places with the young brother, taking on his pain and making it mine. That's the generational trauma they talk about. It travels between spirits, you know? It does. And it shouldn't. But it does. It does. It does. Excuse me. Mm. And also, it was just a battle today to come on. Most people wouldn't even tell you this. It just was. You have some of them days where you're like, I just go on and play music. Why would I do that? I mean, for me at least, that's not my strength. I don't want to do that. Like I tell people all the times, I'm good in a crowd. I'm good by myself, but I'm better in the crowd because somebody's always going to talk, and I'll give you as much feedback or ammunition as you need to make your point. You know, these shows like this is not so much about making a point; it's about getting someplace where we can come together and say, okay, well, I gained something from this conversation. I came in here with this type of attitude, but I'm leaving with a much better outlook, right? So that's why I'm here. That's why I do it. 44 episodes, you're like, sure, that ain't that much. It is for me. Well, over at Major, everything was steady. Week to week, I'd find somebody to come on. We do the thing, right? And then go from there. On my own, I started off doing that. I was interviewing a bunch of people and I was off to a running start. And then something happens and things go from there. I'm just going to call and just insult people right now. Someone, uh, If he comes on, I'm gonna go on mute again. All right, brother. How you doing? I'm still here. I'm still here. I'm just on mute for a second. So that was my cousin. I'm gonna go ahead and send him the link. He and I are in the same age group, so he's a good person to talk to, and I can bounce stuff off him. Next time I'll be better prepared. I gotta stop saying next time I'll be better prepared. Yeah, I should be ready all the time. I've been doing this long enough. It's one of those days you're like, I don't feel like talking to myself. But then again, somebody's gonna flip back here and say, I understand. Or they'll just be like, oh, he's just being lazy today. Yeah, yeah. That's the human being in me. That happens. Well, anyway, we'll see. I'm just waiting on. I used to work with another lady who was on here, Miss Robinson. Jermaine Robinson. If you're ever in Baltimore, go check her out. She has her own boxing gym. I want to say it's, Lord, I forgot the name of her gym, but Jermaine Jermaine Robinson with a G. Oh, you here? Hold on, Terry. Let me give you the link here. All right. There it's up. They go the link right there, Terrence. There it is. So yeah, he's gonna jump on in a second, and I can feed off. I'll ask him a couple of questions and get let it go from there. But what I was saying about Miss Jermaine Robinson, she used to be on here when I used to do Ring 10, which was a boxing charity show, trying to get, you know, some funding for boxers who weren't doing so good after their career ended. Because there was quite a few of them who weren't doing so well after their careers ended. And she was saying that she dealt with a lot of trauma because, being a female coach, she was dealing with a lot of trauma. So that's another one. I should have reached out to her earlier. But like I said, today wasn't one of my best days. That's why you see me so sluggish. Because usually I'm running through here. I am running through here. But yeah, but no, today, like any other human being, I'm just sluggish. Because why else would I be so unprofessional as to call people while I'm live on the air? I guess because I can. Make sure I can see everything. Can't see everything on here. Okay, this is better.
Please leave your message for 4105.
I gotta stop that with the phone numbers. Yeah. Well, yeah, see, I can't see everything while I'm sideways. I'm starting to realize that I can't see everything. So we just gotta hold it like this and get to see everything now. But I think I'm gonna stay on for a while today. I guess some folks on here to help me with my own trauma. You good? Let me make sure he's all right. You see, and it's a silent treatment on the podcast. That's bad. I'm giving everybody silent treatment because I'm dialing the phone. So unprofessional today. Don't worry, I'll make it up to y'all. I will make it up to you. One of these days. Let me see if he's good because it's been a few minutes. So yeah, what do we do with all this trauma? I guess you have to say what you gonna do with all it. It is. Yeah, even yeah. Okay, bro. I don't know why it's doing that. That's probably what's happening with a lot of folks. They're probably just having problems getting on. Because he's having problems getting on too. I look super fat when I'm sitting in, I'm holding this, but I'm not even fat. It's a shirt. Yeah, I'll stand up. Yeah, that's better. It's still, that's what happens when your shirts get too big. Yeah, I got to work on getting my muscles back. I ain't got no muscles, man. I used to have some muscle. But yeah, shit, I need to go do something about my own trauma in all honesty. What do you do with that, you know? Because you watch these videos. How many years have we seen this type of stuff happen? How many years? I mean, because I'm in my 50s and I could remember just, oh, Yusuf Hawkins. I remember that when I was 15, 16. Went to Queens, Mary Queen. Some white boys killed him, and they were just up there looking, applying for a job. I remember that. And then Al Sharpton did his funeral. Fat, fat Al Sharpton, not skinny Al Sharpton. Yeah, not skinny Al Sharpton. You come on, just turn off your camera. That was my cousin. Another one. She wants to come. How you come on by text? Yeah, she wants to know if she can text him. What was I saying? Oh, that's right. I can remember as far back as when I was 15 and even further back than that. The same things was just happening over and over and over again. Right? There you go.
Can you see me?
Yes, brother, I can see you. Thank you.
All right, not a problem at all.
Ladies and gentlemen, that's the Duke of Comedy, aka the businessman, the restaurateur, the basketball coach, the writer, etc., etc.
Yeah,
Terrence Hawkins.
I do a little bit of everything, and I'm not
Yeah.
Jamaican.
Well, not yeah. Well, now you are.
Honorary.
You grew up with us. You grew up with us. Yeah, we
Hold up,
got
hold
you.
up. Honorary. I'm honorary.
That's right. Honorary is correct. But yeah, I don't
What's
call
going
him
on,
friend.
man?
We good, man. I was doing well. This is my 44th show of Daddy's Lounge, right?
Oh, cool.
It's my 44th one straight by myself. So
Oh,
covering
you
trauma.
rocking?
I'm doing trauma today because I watched that video one too many times of that young brother, William McNeely Jr. That's the brother out of Jacksonville who got beat up by the police for asking two questions, right?
Oh my God, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
and I know we have children in that age group and all that. So how did that hit your soul? Because I know we've seen this type of things ever since we were younger. So how did that trauma affect you? How did his
Well,
trauma affect you?
it it didn't affect me. It just made me a little bit more aware of
Mm-hmm.
the power switch, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I've been noticing that a lot of what's going on are the power. They're losing power, right? So they're trying to make it seem as though they're still in control of what we do, what we say, how we move, and they're trying to do it behind the badge, right?
Mm-hmm.
So it just let me know that we have to get a lot more going with learning what the law is and what's what.
Right.
You know what I mean? It's crazy how certain situations are being treated over others, right?
Mm-hmm.
But it was sad. I just saw it as another sad situation where we got to be a little bit more prepared in what we doing and how we moving.
Yeah, because he did everything he was supposed to do. He simply asked,
Yeah.
why were you stopping me? And then he asked, can I speak to the supervisor? Next thing you know, a fist came through the window, and
Right.
then
Well,
he
they
got
bust his
punched in the
window.
face.
They bust his window first.
Yeah, they busted his window first, then they punched him in the face. He's
Yeah. Then
because
they
they
said,
asked him to
"Show me
show
your
his
hands.
hands, and he was like,
Show me
"Here."
your hands. Show me your hands." And
Yeah,
then they reached inside his car. They opened his door. They took his seatbelt off of him.
and yanked his
Um,
ass out.
then they yanked him out the car. But the sad part about that was it was two
Mm-hmm.
brothers, two 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 police officers of ethnicity that was right there on the scene that kind of like condoned most of that.
Mm-hmm.
They didn't step into, you know what I mean? So it's like, are these guys scared or
Mm-hmm.
what's the real deal?
Right.
You know what I
Well,
mean?
when I was first got on the show, I was saying that some people wear the badge and other people are the badge. So they don't see themselves as people. They're just a badge. Just like the police chief, who's a black man. He is the badge. According to him, he didn't see no wrong. In so many words, I'm paraphrasing, but he said
Right.
he didn't see no wrong.
That's sad.
Yeah,
That's just yeah.
I got another cousin coming on here. She's a psychologist. Like she must be having the same issues you were having.
Yeah,
And
you
I want to
gotta
get her
they make you
opinion.
do some logging in, and you gotta
I
do all this filling out stuff.
I don't
Because
know
I've
if
I've never I've
yeah.
never done StreamYard on my phone. I've always been on my laptop. But
Okay.
my son-in-law did something. He gave me something for Christmas, and
Mm-hmm.
he he tried to reset my computer. Now my computer is still resetting. Every time I plug it up, it's still resetting.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know what he did to my laptop, but
All right,
hey,
hold on a second. That's yeah, she don't like being on camera. Edit the name. I don't want to kick you off. No. Why she gotta edit her name? Tracy, I'm trying to get
why she don't like being on camera?
I don't know. Let me edit her name real quick.
I'm
I
actually
just
about to set mine up on my
yeah.
tripod. Give me a second. Let me do
Okay.
some moving around. Let me cut my camera off while I do that.
Mm-hmm. It's still telling me to edit her name. I just did edit her name. I just put cousin. Tracy, I can't get you on for some reason. You gotta I don't know if you can hear me or not, Tracy, but it says to edit your name. So go ahead and edit your name for me and then I can get you on. Yeah, that's funny. Terrence and Tracy.
Right, that's my brother's name.
Yeah.
Speaking of which, that's
Mm-hmm.
we gotta say a prayer for him.
What's
He
going on
is
with him?
he is in the hospital.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, he was diagnosed with prostate cancer. And I'm gonna be coming back on here.
Yeah.
Yeah, let me see if I can get my light going. Does that make me a little brighter?
That actually, you look good. I mean, you were fine when you first got on, but yeah, you're all right. It's just a little darker in around the edges, but no, I mean in the background, it makes the background a little darker.
Okay, good. That's what I want. That's what I kind of wanted. I got my
Yeah.
all right, here we go. Yeah, as I sit back on my couch and relax a
Mm-hmm.
bit. All right, yeah. That's a little better for me because
Okay.
I'm not holding the phone anymore.
Yeah, because I'm holding it. I don't have to hold this iPad, but I'm holding it because I can't see when people log on here. If I do it sideways like this, right? I
Oh
can't
yeah.
see if anyone is logging on here. Well, yeah, I can actually. Hold on. Yeah, I can. I could do the sideways, but go ahead and tell me what's going on with him.
Yeah, so he's been diagnosed with prostate cancer and he's still trying to move about as though he's fine. And I'm like, bro,
Mm-hmm.
you gotta sit down. Like we gotta sit down and gather ourselves and our thoughts about, you know,
Yeah.
help us
Yeah,
process
man.
what's going on. And he's steady working and doing this. He works with his he's trying to become a contractor and
Yeah.
a general contractor, and he's going through this task rabbit thing. And I'm like, bro, you can't do that kind of work. You got to chill out. Like,
Yeah.
you really got to chill out. So,
Let me
um,
shout out Bruce real quick. That's Bruce Gas from Boxing and Jazz. He I think you spoke to him a couple of times when we were doing we on major shows. So yeah. What's up, Bruce?
okay, what up, Bruce?
Yeah, well,
What up, my guy? You?
go ahead and tell me what's going on with Big Brother here.
Yeah. So he getting better though. You know, he said that they should be letting him out by Wednesday or whatever.
You don't
Which
have to you don't have to do chemo or none of any of that stuff, do you?
well, he started one round of chemo, and
Mm-hmm.
then he got sick. Um,
Right.
he got he got sick, and then he went to the hospital. I believe it was Monday night,
Right.
Monday, Monday or Tuesday night, he went to the hospital. They kept him, and he'll be there and until Monday. So he said that they'll be letting him out Monday. So we'll see.
Yeah, I don't like hearing that at all.
Nah, not at all.
I
Not
don't
at
know.
all. Not with
Not
the,
at all. Yeah.
not at what's going on and who's at the helm. They don't want no.
Hmm?
I don't know. I don't know. It's tough.
Yeah.
That's
Well.
that's,
Well. Yeah.
that's my
Well.
problem.
Well. When we get off air, you could give me his information so I could reach out. He's at the hospital, right?
Yeah, yeah. Just call his cell phone. I
I,
don't have his
I
his
do.
room
That money
number and
don't
all.
answer the. He'll say that he was gonna call back. Then he never called back.
Yeah, he does it to me as well. Yeah, yeah. And
Mm-hmm.
hope
Yeah.
I I'm still dressed from camp. I still got my whistle on and everything.
Yeah. Well,
Um,
that's a different. Cause see, like I tell people all the time, when you're in the hospital for a while, the physical stuff you expect, but what comes after is a different type of trauma. Cause you gotta get yourself back together,
yeah,
and you second guessing everything that you, as simple as the putting the foot in front of you to walk.
oh, that part.
You know, yeah, that part, yeah, that part, and then you have to get your mind and tell yourself that you can do this.
Hmm.
Try not to jump out of bed too fast because you're gonna end up, just stuff
Yeah,
people
yeah.
don't think about.
Oh my God. And I'm telling him he gotta take a step back. Like
Yeah,
this ain't that, bro. And
yeah.
we're not teenagers anymore. How about that?
Nah, nah, nah. Our kids are the ones taking over now. I can't.
Oh
Our
my
children.
God.
Yeah.
We replaced our aunts and uncles and our parents,
Mm-hmm.
and now our kids have replaced us, right?
Yeah. Yeah. And they bigger and taller. At least mine are.
Oh man, Corey's 5'10" now. So yeah.
Okay. Yeah, he's about inch shorter than me.
My my nervous my nervous tick with him is that I'm trying to
Hmm.
keep him out my closet.
Oh, that. What
Yes,
the shoes or the clothes?
both.
Okay.
Well, I wear a size 14, so he's not yet into my shoes,
You wear
but
size 12? You said what size you wear?
I wear a 14. He's like an 11 and a half going into a 12. So, but
Yeah.
he's only going to the eighth grade. So my
Ooh.
deal with him is like any day now, he's gonna be in my closet. Like, Dad, let me wear this shirt.
Mm-hmm.
Dad, let me get these jeans. Like, what?
She's
No.
back again, but it's telling me to edit. She got to edit her name again. I don't understand. I still can't get her on. I don't want to kick her from the studio, ban from no. I still got to edit you, and she jumped off. It's something with her name. I don't know what it is because she got her professional name right here, Doctor So and So, and it's not letting her come on with that. But
Oh
yeah,
yeah.
man. But you know what? So funny. I got a pair. I'm selling some stuff on everywhere. Facebook Marketplace, Poshmark, Offer Up, Shopify, or so is it Spotify or Shopify? It's
What are
Shopify.
you selling?
I got some a size 15 Reeboks. They're black and they're there's the shoes that you
Wait,
wore.
wait.
Yeah,
Reebok. If you not
size.
selling, if you not selling no Angel Reese's, you gonna keep them joints.
No, no, these are the ones these are the ones you wear at McDonald's, Burger King. These are the oil slip,
Okay,
yeah,
okay,
those.
okay.
I got,
Okay,
I
now
got
I slip.
Yeah, yeah, I got a pair of Adidas. I forgot what they are, but they're pretty blue. I had a video game. I sold that already. Oh, and I missed out on $200 the other day. I was at the thrift store and they had a Pac-Man, a tabletop Pac-Man, man.
Oh man.
And
I,
I went to get it, and this white lady got to it before I did. I was so that thing sells for 200, and they had it in there for $10.
wow.
She sold it for 250.
Is it like the little one that
No,
you?
this is a big one that could fit like it could fit right in that couch, like in that space that you're sitting in.
Oh, got you.
It's that big. It'll fit right there, and you could just sit right on that couch and play it, man.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. No, no,
Oh,
no, no, no. It ain't the little small one that you thinking about. The little, little small.
yeah, I have
A
that
fat
one. I have
one.
that one
Yeah.
instead.
Nah. And then I got another video game. I actually missed out on a drone. I don't know if people still buying drones, but this was like an eight hundred
Yeah.
dollar one, and
Yes, people
somebody
are still doing drones.
somebody got it for 50.
I have a drone that I've been practicing with.
Okay.
Um, because I actually want to get into it. And the
Mm-hmm.
crazy part about that is, I live right outside of Andrews Air Force Base.
Yes, you
So,
do.
so I
Yes,
have
you
to be
do.
I have to be very cautious when I'm flying.
Mm-hmm.
So what I do is I take it up to the gym when my
Mm-hmm.
son is in there working out. I fly it around the gym, practicing around him. I got a
Right.
little small one that I'm practicing with, trying to get good with it because you actually have to call the FAA to get certified and
You do?
licensed for
I didn't know you had to
PTS.
do all that.
Yes, depending upon the size of
Hmm.
of it and where it's going. Yes, you have to get licensed. Your license have to be registered, updated, and you have to report whenever you're going to go fly your drone because they need to record what's going on, and that's the crazy part.
Mm.
You
Mm-mm.
gotta you gotta tell them what's up. So my
Oh.
drone is not that big. I got one that's about, I think I got the 14-inch one.
Yeah. This one was an $800 one they were selling, and somebody got it for like $60.
Oh
This
my
has a
God.
camera on it,
Yeah.
motion detector, a whole bunch of
Oh yeah.
whatnot
Oh yeah.
sitting.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah. Yeah. People are using that to video people's homes.
That's a leak. Yeah.
Yeah, it's
Case back.
it's it's it's
That's
crazy.
crazy. I,
It's
I
crazy
I
what they're doing with these drones right now.
I was about to
But
say
yeah,
something I shouldn't have said, but yeah, I shouldn't say, but yeah. That's what happens when you're a free man that thinks like a criminal. Sometimes I shouldn't say that, but but that's what you do. But yeah, man, I got a 60 piece art kit in here too. I got everything in there, everything, right?
oh yeah,
Yeah, and it's in a solid wood case. It's made by Gallery. It's called
oh
uh
wow,
yeah, so it's
that's
brand
pretty.
new.
That's pretty nice.
Yeah, that's on there too. That's on Facebook Marketplace and a whole bunch. Like I said,
So
on
you've been
Spotify.
you've been going to thrift stores, buying
Yeah,
stuff and flipping it.
yeah. Because you know what? I don't drive, but I'm trying to get to the wholesalers that's in Raleigh. Yeah, because ain't no wholesalers where I live. Because that's what I want to do. But I gotta get a card so I can rent a car, right? And I could
Oh,
drive
then
up
I
to.
gotta put you. I gotta put you on to Epic Sports. Then
Okay.
Epic Sports is a big time. It's really a coach's site. It's for people that have teams and organizations,
Okay.
and they sell aftermarket everything.
Okay. Okay. Well,
And they
stop right. Okay, stop right there. Yeah, because I don't want someone else to get to it before I do. That's
I
not
got
selfish. That's just good business.
no. I get it.
That's her
I get
one
it.
more time. I hope I get on this time. I can't get on. I
Uh,
can't. I can't get you on. I don't know what it is, Tracy. I can't get you on. Hold on. Let me text her in the thing. I can't get you on. Hold on. I really want her to come on because, like I said, she's a psychiatrist or something. She do. Maybe I could do it if she calls me. I'll just tell her to call me. I'll talk to her on the phone. That's what I'll do. She can. Yeah, cause remember back in the day when we used to do that by the I used to do that by the phone. The show would be going on, then I'll call somebody because they couldn't get through.
right, and then you'll put it on speakerphone.
Yeah. So I just tell her to call me.
We did Chop Chop
Mm-mm.
Corley like that until he figured it
Until
out.
he got on. Yeah, and he talked about Tito. To this day, he's still Tito. Yeah, but yeah, I'm definitely. Dang, that was fast. I just hold on, Tracy.
Good evening, everyone. You know I can hear you guys, right?
Oh, okay. So you can hear me. Okay, good,
That's
good,
why I
good.
called you. I don't know what's going
I
on,
don't know what's
but
going on either.
it's telling me I went to my Safari and did all the pop-ups and all, but it's not allowing me in.
Okay.
But anyhow, yeah.
Yeah. Well, Tracy. Well, say what's up to Terrence. He's on the show.
Hi, Terrence.
Hello, Tracy. How are you?
Yeah, me and Terrence
I'm
go
fine.
way back. Okay, so Tracy's on my father's side of the family. That's why you don't know Tracy.
Got you.
Yeah, Tracy's uncle is married. Who's my father is married to my mother. That
Got you.
sounds okay. Cool. So Tracy, uh, did you see the video of the young brother who got beat by the police? His name is William McNeely Jr. Right? You,
No, I haven't.
okay, you ever seen it?
Yeah, I
Okay.
haven't because I've been seeing so many. You know, I'm from Florida, right?
Oh, okay. I don't know why I thought you were still up north.
No, no, no. Meaning I do live here. Hence the reason I
Mhm.
relocated because I also served in Florida
Okay.
in the capacity of a social servant and also as a law enforcement officer for a short time before I realized institutionalized bias and racism.
Oh, okay.
So I wanted nothing to do with that. As a matter of fact, hearing of any type of, whether it be vehicular or any kind of instance where law enforcement respond and behave in such a manner, it just brings back Trayvon Martin about people not
Mm-hmm.
wanting to stand up because at the end, nothing happens.
Mm-hmm. You're
When I
absolutely
do
right.
watch the video, it just drives me insane because I also have children that have to face the world. And
Both of us do.
yes, I don't like, I mean, honestly,
Mm-hmm.
if the brain is faulty, what happens to the body?
That's I wish he was here to hear. He jumped, he popped off. He's gonna come back on. But yes, that's a great question. Say that one more time for me.
No, I mean, if the brain is faulty, if it's malfunctioning,
Mm-hmm.
what is more likely to happen to the body?
Yes, yeah. Great question. Go ahead and answer that because I'm in a Terrence.
Yo, can you hear me?
Yeah, yeah.
My
Tracy,
son
you still
came
there?
down. Yeah, I'm here. My son came downstairs and I muted
Mm-hmm.
my mic and then I did something else and then I was kicked out. So I just came back.
Okay, yeah, yeah. Tracy asked the question that if the brain is faulty, yeah, yeah, yeah. What is more than likely to happen to the body?
Oh, well, that's an easy question. The
Mm-hmm.
brain controls the body.
That is correct.
Mm-hmm.
So if the brain falters, so will the body. The body will then falter.
Oh,
So you really have to strengthen your mind and condition your mind to be focused, poised, uh,
Mm-hmm.
um, and whatever you want your body to do. So yeah, the mind controls the body.
this is correct. And then as it relates to institutionalization
Mm-hmm.
and the entire country, let's look at leadership. I mean, that's all I have to say.
Mm-hmm.
So consider leadership also the brain that's delegating all kind of skills and mindset, charging the way we think, the way we move. And if you want your higher ups to be proud of you, you do what you figure will make them proud. And I mean,
Mm-hmm.
just look at how it's been going. So as we see these things happening, I mean, it grieves me. I didn't see that video. I saw one with the woman in Texas a few years ago where she was stopped and she was questioned and put in lockups, vehicular, over a ticket. They said she had a broken tail light, and next thing you know, she's dead. She asked too many
Oh,
Mm.
questions.
yeah. She was
Yes,
young, right?
Yes. So I teach my children to ask questions, and I teach them to ask it constructively, not to be rude, because I'm sure you're going to be frustrated because you're stopped. But the thing is, this young man, from what I'm hearing, asks questions, and where did that lead to? So I guess we are to go back prior to Selma, go back prior to being able to desegregate. Go back to there where you don't ask questions. Once you look a certain way, you better take what I tell you, because your mercy is in my hands. And this is what I get from
It feels like that in this 2020. It feels just like that, doesn't it?
right. I used to say this because I don't know if you know this, but my background is conflict resolution, and I'm a licensed life coach.
No, I
So
didn't know that. I didn't know that.
Oh wow.
yeah, my PhD is my doctorate is in conflict resolution. I got deeper in this because of social justice, social unrest, you know, um, and I've been wrong so many times, hence why I do not live in the state of Florida anymore. But listen, I used to say this to people like, or like our auntie, our elders, they're all baby boomers, right? And I used to say, oh my goodness, I'm happy I wasn't around when I would watch movies from back in those times. But I feel like I'm there now in 2025. I feel like I'm there now.
It feels that way. It feels that way. You know how you feel
But
about that, Terrence?
that's just the fear. That's just the fear of them. They don't know any other way to do it but behind that gun and badge.
Right.
Um,
And with
they
force.
if you notice, it's a lot of people that are trying it, but the ones that's not behind that gun and badge, they're getting dealt with.
Harshly.
They're getting dealt
Yeah,
with. So
yeah,
so
I heard you
they
guys talking earlier that there are people that look like you and I who were also a part and somewhat to somewhat condone. I think, let's look at it this way. A lot of people are very different behind that badge, behind that authority, behind that desk. A lot of
Yeah.
people are
Mhm.
different. I am still a social servant right now, and my pen is powerful. But it doesn't mean I'm going to go out there and sign for this, for that to happen because I don't like what you look like. You still have due process. So that's what's wrong. There's nothing wrong. I prefer to be asked, or to ask why. Why am I being stopped? Why is it that? But I don't know. I mean, what do we tell our young kids or our young people? What do we tell them? Just stay still
But the
and take
reason
their
Especially.
the
time.
reason that cop gave was bogus. He said your lights were out during a storm. That's not mandatory that your lights are on during a storm. So that's not something that's ever being taught in any driver's manual or any driver's school.
You know
So
what else? You know what else? It was three cops. Each of them pulled up with their lights off.
right.
They,
But
Wow.
it was
yeah.
other cars around him, and he stated that it was other cars around us with their lights off, but you pulled me over.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
then that's when he got his window busted
And his face punched.
and his face
Well,
punched, and then him snatched out of the vehicle.
And he got punched again. He got stomped on the ground.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. That it
wow.
was it was it was sickening. It was
Yeah, it
just
was.
sickening.
I have to watch it now that you say that, but it was so, like I said, again, what state did it happen in?
Florida,
Okay, my point. So,
Jacksonville.
That was down in Florida. I did not know where that happened. When
yeah,
I saw it, it
yeah.
didn't matter where it happened. I was just
Mm-hmm.
I was sick and enraged that did occur. And the fact that these police officers are still trying to do, like, the kid posed no threat.
Nah. Everything
Mm.
Like
he was asked to do, he did.
he
What
did
what
it all. He showed his hands. He complied. He did everything. He just said my window don't work.
Yeah, he did say that.
He literally stated that my window does not work, so I cannot roll it down. What am I
but
supposed to do?
look at it this way. I want the world to understand that there are still really good, lawful lawmen and women out there. The thing is, I'm not picking on further because of that, but I'm saying I know for a fact that that law enforcement entity, the head, you know, um, is pro officers in a sense that they can get away with it.
Well, look, I did a show on Wednesday about this, and I said it's time for us to go on the offense, not in the way you're thinking. Let's find out who funds the police, because it's corporations that give them money and all that, like they're a charity, and we don't have to spend our money with them. So if we keep
Yeah.
our yeah, because we have the power of the dollar. Like if we could, like the thing with Target, if we could lose them $12 million a day, we could do damage to any corporation in America. So, and
Oh
it don't
yeah.
have to be all of us. It could be
Target
fifteen
found out the
percent of
hard
us.
way.
Yeah, yeah. And then the preachers took a stupid old buyout, but that's a story for another day. What I was saying is that everybody can't do the same job. Like the job you do, Tracy, and the job you do, Terrence, and how I do things. Everybody has their strong points, so why not get together, come up with a plan silently? You have to announce everything before you do it, right? And then each of us find what our strength is, and we work from there. Then we come together. Then we pass that information out and put it down like an easy term, understandable terms where people could get it quickly. Because I know how to write speeches and all that. You just get to the bullet points because it's going to take you a couple of pages. Then you get to the bullet points from each page, right? And that's what your speech will turn out to be. So these, well, you do the same way with a business plan. Terrence knows about that a whole lot more than I do. So yeah, I just think it's time for us to go on the offense. But when I say that on here, I got to use my words carefully because people will
And here
think
go the
I'm
crazy part. Here go the
yeah.
crazy part about that statement. I said
Mm-hmm.
that back in 2019,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
I literally said, I literally said, um, that this was our time to show separation, right? They're
Mm-hmm.
trying to, they're trying to kill us and mutilate us
Again.
and and not have any accountability for it. People that
Mm-hmm.
went to the hospital during COVID did not come out of the hospital, right?
I know I was
Um,
there.
it was at that point when I literally told because my wife's birthday was the day before the shutdown,
Wow. Okay.
right? So March 9th was the shutdown. My wife's birthday is March 8th. Okay. When they literally said, don't leave your house, only people going to work are essential personnel,
Mm-hmm.
uh, whatever the case may have been. The kids can't go back to school. This is that, that is. And I was like, you know what? This is our opportunity right now to strengthen our community. We
Right.
need to be only talking to us, dealing with us, educating us, getting ready to grow our own food. I said they're going to
Yeah.
try to control the food. They're going to try to control everything. If they're saying you can't go out the house and you can't this, and the funny part about that is, um, they were saying that there was a food shortage in all of the black neighborhoods. Wherever the news was hitting black
Yeah.
neighborhood, they were saying there was a food shortage. And here go the sad part. My wife works in Fairfax, Virginia.
Mm-hmm.
She literally was going to the grocery store prior to her coming home, and it was no problem in the grocery store. They had plenty of food, plenty of water, plenty of toilet paper, plenty of everything, and it was no shortage nowhere. And I was like, what are they really trying to do? Now they're trying to control our food. Now they're trying to control our toiletries and they're trying to control everything else through the media. And I was like, man, look, let's just keep the kid home. Let's educate him here. Let in the backyard. Let's go in the backyard. Let's start
Mm-hmm.
planting crops and get and take care of us. Everybody was looking at me like I'm crazy. I was like, let's
Mm.
analyze this thing here. Let's analyze this. They're about to say we need something that we don't need.
Yeah, because
And
yeah,
what happened? It came out a month later talking about everybody got to get vaccinated. What?
I didn't get it because you know I was dealing with something at the time. Yeah, you know, both of you
Oh
know
yeah,
what I was
you.
dealing with at the
If you
time.
did,
So
you would not be here right now with your
yeah,
ailment,
yeah.
right?
Hmm.
And that's what it was for. It was to eliminate everybody with that Obamacare or
Population
quote
control.
unquote. Absolutely, it was all population control. Anybody that went into to the hospital that had subpar insurance or health care, yeah, that you was done for.
Mm.
You was done for, and it
What
was
are your
absolutely nothing nobody could do about it.
What are your thoughts, Tracy?
I think, all right, I don't know if you know this, but I was actually in China when the whole thing started.
No, I thought you were like
Bro,
yeah.
I tell you, I've had the worst experiences with Florida. So I had resigned and decided I'm going to teach overseas. Anyhow,
Okay.
when I was over there and I saw how it was handled, it was labeled an epidemic at the time.
Mm-hmm.
So when it came here, and I think a lot of what was happening was a lot of confusion because um, it was not a known virus. It was similar to different strains of different viruses, but it was not a known. I think a lot of people polarized that into what he saw. Like, when he was, I can't remember his name. I'm so sorry. What is his name?
Who are you talking about?
Terrence, the person with you, Terrence. His name?
Terrence. Yeah.
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 I'm just saying a lot of what Terrence saw was like I think they were just seeing because a lot of people said, okay, there was no this, no that, and if you did see it, it cost a lot more.
Mm-hmm.
And
Mm.
so like what they do with the gas when we have a hurricane down in Florida, and they would discover. So a lot of people use that to exploit, to me, different means of making money. But I don't think they knew enough about the virus when they were saying that everyone had to shut down and this is happening. If you look at the variations of the different instructions that were given to stay healthy, and there were different things. How do you contract the virus and stuff? So all that chaos, I think, is why they anticipated a lot of stuff that wasn't really the case. So I don't know if that had to do with profiling and getting some of us out of the grocery stores and whatever. But I do know that they didn't know anything about the virus. They had no idea, and they were
Wow.
one thing today. They were saying you have to quarantine. Remember when it started, 21 days. Then they brought it down to
Hmm.
7. Then they brought it to 3. So the point is, I think they panicked, and a lot of things just went haywire.
Yeah. Yeah.
Wow.
Because they went into it with an idea without a plan. So they just had the idea of how they could do it, and then they tried to use it. They tried to use scare tactics
Mm-hmm.
to get the job done, right? And it literally made me say, "Wow, look at what we've come look at what we've actually come to try and do population control."
And I always wondered what could that little mask stop anyway.
Nothing.
Right. What could that little
But
mask
look,
stop?
I'm gonna have to jump off because I gotta
All
go ahead and
right.
go pick my daughter up.
Mm-hmm.
Um, thanks for inviting me to be a part of this, allowing
Well,
me to share my opinions,
yeah.
my thoughts,
Also,
my
brother, you know,
views.
I'm actually working on another show. I'm gonna try and get Bernard Hackett on here in a couple. I'm pretty sure you know who Bernard Hackett is, right? He's
The,
from
the
out of
name sounds
D.C.
super familiar.
Yeah, yeah. He's from out of D.C. I think you were on with him one time. I kept calling him, DC Hustler. Remember that old song by DC
Yes,
Score?
yes,
Hustler?
yes.
Yeah. So I'm gonna get him back on a couple other people who are or in boxing and are fathers, and we're gonna have a nice conversation. But I'm gonna hit you up
Yeah,
for
let's
that one
let's
too.
do that. Let's do that because I definitely
Yeah.
been doing something with my son and my daughter. So please call me. Let
I'll
me let
definitely
me
do
be a
that.
part of that.
I'll definitely
Tracy, it
do
was
that.
a pleasure sharing my thoughts with you and hearing yours. We shall talk soon.
Mhm. Yes. I'm actually going to jump off too
Okay,
Friday because
Tracy.
I have a Friday engagement,
Mm-hmm.
but I'll come back and listen later.
Oh, look, Tracy. Every day I've been checking the mailbox for that black cake. I didn't get it yet.
Oh my God, you and this black cake and rum cake. Well, go ahead, Troy. I'll talk to you soon.
All right, all right.
All right, brother.
I'm gonna let mom know you wanted to buy. Yeah, because I have to go do something down there next month, and I'll bring it. Okay?
Okay, Tracy.
That's a deal.
All right, all right. Thank you. All right, bye. All right, y'all. Well, wow. I did an hour and 19 minutes today. That's good for me. But I want to thank my cousins there for coming on. You know, it's the first time they spoke to each other. They're from two different sides of the family, so they don't really know each other like that. But yeah, so I want to thank Terrence and Tracy to come on. And it was a good conversation. You know, it was a good conversation. Started one place, went to another place, but it was very meaningful. And I appreciate their time. And for those who will watch the replay, stick and stay, and you'll see a good conversation. And thank you for all your support. That being said, it's Friday. Ah, I didn't get fired, but I ain't got nothing to do. I think I'm gonna go put some boxes together. Y'all be blessed, man. I'm gone, y'all. I'm gone. Bless something, bless up yourself. I'm gone. All right now. Why am I still here? Probably because I'm not done. Yeah. I really need to shave. You know? But anyway, Sam Spencer mentioned, yeah, whatever. But bless up yourself and have a good day. Oh, yo.